Go lay down. Allie Z, go lay down. God, she hates it when this room's like this. Allie, go lay down. Over there, on your bed.
No, I hate it when the room is like this. What do you mean like this?
Well, when it's set up like for the podcast with fucking wires.
There's obstacles.
Yeah, there's all kinds of
the obstacle course.
Shit in her way.
The obstacle course is Arnold Schwarzenegger talking. You just say obstacle and it sounds like Arnold. Obstacle.
Oh, God. You know, last week there were so many titles that I could have used.
Yeah.
And I have never regretted the title of a show that I've named until last week.
Why? What did you want to do it?
Godzilla Subway Sandwich. Because that was easily the most ridiculous thing we spoke about during that entire episode.
Yeah, I was thinking about his atomic breath toasting.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and listen to that episode, it's just, I think it's fucking hysterical, personally.
Godzilla Subway Sandwich. Yeah, but we had to give Al Snow some credit. In the Power Hour, at least you're not watching that show today. Jonathan Major Powers.
I finished it.
You finished?
Yeah, I finished the first. There's only one season, obviously.
Good.
And yeah, they definitely did.
I hope it ends on a cliffhanger too. Then you've never had a.
It does. It ends on a death.
Maybe there's some fan fiction you can read that ties it all together.
I mean, there's probably shit out there, but I don't care about it that much. Jesus Christ.
Apparently not.
We're not gonna get crazy here.
Well, you should care about what you watch. Why else watch it?
Well, I do. I pay homage. I think that's good enough.
I guess. You might as well just have it on in the background while you're jerking off.
That's the only time you watch shit is when it's on in the background.
No,
so I don't want to hear fucking anything from you. I don't watch it when it's in the
background. I just have it on in the background. There's certain shows that I have on in the background. Other shows, I don't do that because I want to watch them.
That looks like Captain Power.
I think that was Vigilante from John Cena's show you won't watch. Peacemaker. Peacekeeper.
That's not what Vigilante looked like in the comics.
Durr.
He looked like a fucking...
Punisher?
No, he looked more like...
never read it, never saw it.
Like the Shadow, like hat and mask and shit. Like the Spirit. He looked a lot like the Spirit. As I recall. Maybe I'm thinking of another age.
What does the Shadow know?
What?
What does the Shadow know?
The Shadow knows.
What evil lurks in the
hearts of men. Yeah.
Excuse me. Right into the mic on that one.
Is that your exclamation point on that sentence?
The Shadow.
Allie, go lay down.
The dog liked it too.
Yeah, you fucking disturbed the dog.
Burp it up.
It's the GeekZip podcast. Ryan Zip and Christian hanging out in the Zip Cave on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. Christian, how are you?
It's cool out there.
Is it nice and cool? It is a little cool. I was out there smoking before you came up.
I saw you. You saw me hit that tree.
Yeah, it's down a little low, and you ran right into it.
I probably just scraped the top of the car.
He just hit the branches, people. It's not like he ran into a fucking tree. How you doing, man? How's your week?
It's going good.
Yeah. Anything new?
Not really.
No.
Still parents on a cruise, and I'm watching the dogs.
Yeah. So they're on the cruise. So you're home alone now.
Yeah. Been a week or so.
We need to play that fucking Masters game. We've been talking about it for, what, is it months now, or has it graduated to years?
We played some of that Disney Lorcana game.
So explain this game to me. Is this all the rave of card collectors at this moment? I'm not into this world.
Nobody can find it anywhere in stores. You have to find it a restock, like at Target or Walmart. You get lucky when they restock it because people are buying it up.
Huh.
My brother was one of those people.
Is it like Magic in that there are conflicts with people? Is that like you have powers? What's the deal?
You basically you win the game by questing. It's not like you fight each other exactly, so it's not like violent like that.
Fucking Disney.
But you can challenge the other player's cards and try to take out their characters that they have questing, because the first person to 20 points from questing wins the game.
How do you get points?
Questing, usually. Each character is worth so many points when they quest.
Interesting. You'll have to show me. I've never really been into the card thing.
Yeah, I thought about buying some starter decks for you and your kids because I was just trying to get booster packs anywhere.
Yeah.
And you get a booster pack in the starter deck.
Oh, really?
So I was going to buy you guys some starter decks and snag your booster packs.
What are you going to buy them for me for? I ain't going to fucking do nothing with them.
I meant your kids.
Oh, they ain't going to do nothing. They're just going to throw them all over their room like they do everything else.
So it gives me a booster pack and a reason to buy a booster pack.
That's a good point. What have you been watching? Your favorite part?
I watched some horror movies. I made notes to make sure I would have something to say.
Did you really?
No, I didn't make notes. I
hope not.
I watched The Blackening yesterday. It was really good.
You were telling me about this.
It's $10. It's like it's like a woke movie.
It's woke. Yeah, you told me it was woke as fuck. So, well, I mean, I guess you should expect that from any movie these days.
But and I also watched that Talk to Me, that A24 one that you said was breaking records. It's about it's about this hand thing. And
yes.
What happens is,
and you clarified it's not a monkey's paw.
No, what you do is you hold this dead hand, and say, "Talk to me," and then you see a spirit forms in front of you where the hand is. Like, so you're now holding the hand of a spirit, and apparently the spirits are random. But once you see it, you say, "I let you in," and then it possesses you, and they say you can only be possessed for 90 seconds, or else it'll stay with you or something and mess you up.
So how do you get unpossessed?
Take the hand off.
And that breaks the link in the story.
And then after they do that, after they get so you do the thing and you get possessed, and you're sitting here like talking like a demon or whatever, saying whatever this demon says.
So they're demons
or spirit. I mean, you know what I mean.
All right.
Spirits.
Evil spirit.
Yeah,
okay,
you know.
but it's evil.
Yeah,
it's not like happy fucking old people that have passed away.
No, it like takes the form of people like that to try to make you vulnerable.
Yes, the great deceiver. Yes.
Yeah. But what happens is after you take the hand off, then you're like, oh man, that was so crazy, that was so trippy, I'm all messed up, that was amazing. So it's like a party.
It's like a drug. Right?
Yeah.
I got you. I'm trying something new with the mic.
But you got to keep that 90 seconds, or else it's gonna be bad news.
Does somebody hold on longer than 90?
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, dude, it's like it's hard to get them off sometimes. They get locked onto that hand and they're moving around like crazy.
Do you see like the appeal of the popularity of it? I mean,
I think it's because it's the younger audience. Like,
is that what it is? Yeah, just woke audience.
Something you haven't really seen before either.
Yeah. So I'm in full Halloween mode. Watched Silver Bullet this week twice.
I was looking for that Phase of the Moon movie you were talking about.
It's on Peacock.
I gotta try to find it.
It's called Late Phases.
Okay, Late Phases.
Late Phases.
That what I was missing.
And it's that's a really good werewolf movie. I did watch Bad Moon with Michael Pure, fucking what the guy that we saw at Comic-Con.
Gary Busey's in Silver Bullet.
Yes, he is. Oh God, I love that movie. Elena does not like it. We've gotten into Kush. We've gotten into
what does she like about it?
So we've gotten into this thing, and I'm trying to figure it out. First, it's like, and I wish she was fucking up here.
Yeah, I'd love to hear from her.
Clarify, yeah.
What don't you like about it? What are some of the things that your complaints?
What I think is that she's just more a fan of modern horror movies, like the look, I guess.
Baby.
Because I said, so you don't like practical effects, is what you're saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. Because I was like, did you like American Werewolf in London? Yeah, I loved it. I was like, okay. Like, but I don't like it when it looks like the guy's face is made of clay. When he's transforming into a werewolf. And my point was, well, how the fuck do you know what a fucking guy looks like when he's transforming into a werewolf?
He doesn't look like clay.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Do you?
Yeah. He's not turned into a clay face werewolf.
Oh God!
Or a Sandman.
I knew you'd do
werewolf.
this. Just fucking itch at the wound, motherfucker.
You should ask her if she likes The Thing. How she feel about?
She loves The Thing. Love The Thing. Love the effects in The Thing. So yeah, we're kind of at an impasse.
She doesn't like the bad practical effects.
I guess she just doesn't like the bad movies like we like to laugh at. Like, I mean, Silver Bullet obviously didn't win any Oscars and didn't fucking do much in terms of cult status, but I mean,
Doesn't
I
he
just
have like a
fucking-
super motorized wheelchair too?
It's like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some guys that sound like they got the silver bullet out here in my fucking alley every night, and those goddamn bicycles that are motorcycles.
Fast and Furious out here, dude.
What a horrible invention! Whoever invented that, fuck you and die.
No.
God damn. Oh Lord. Okay, what else?
You were watching X when I got here.
I started watching X finally because I'm really getting in the horror spirit. I put some movies on my watch list on Peacock that I haven't seen in like Prince of Darkness. I haven't seen that in years. That's John Carpenter.
I watched some of Joe Bob Briggs' stuff. I watched the one where they watched Lucio Fulci's Zombie and George Romero's Day of the Dead. So getting into the zombies, I almost wanted to restart
like
Walking
the day,
Dead.
like the George Ray Romero Day of the Dead,
Yeah.
like with fucking Joe Palantio
with Bub the zombie.
Hey, Bub.
He's shooting a gun at him, dude. He's bubbing, saluting him.
Oh God, when he's shooting that gun at that guy and he's walking down the hall going, "Come on, come on!"
That guy's a little bit JW too.
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of people that's a little bit JW out there. We all know this for a fact.
That's funny.
Much love to you, my friend, if you're listening. All right. All right. I'm gonna cut you a break, Christian. Let's get into the news because we do have a lot to get to. No RIPs this week. No RIPs except for a couple people's careers over in WWE.
Oh yeah. Well,
we knew it was coming following the big merger of the WWE and the UFC into the TKO Group. There were major cuts to the roster on WWE. Now, you know, for those that follow the show regularly, we record on Saturday afternoons. So as of last night, this was the most current, up-to-date listing that I have available.
Mm-hmm.
Last night,
more could be added by the time this comes out.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
That's what he's saying.
I mean, it could easily change by the time Tuesday rolls around and the show drops.
But these people are not likely to be back.
No, definitely not.
They cut for good.
They are gone. The big one that was revealed last night was Matt Riddle. Now, it's interesting because we have spoken about Riddle here recently and his weird ass
problematic.
You know, and I think that's, you know, it's now, so WWE is now a full corporate entity. There is no more like pro wrestling shit involved at all. It is completely corporate. Mm-hmm. That's why, you know, everybody, when you hear people going, it's a historic moment in wrestling, it's not because of what's happening and the characters involved. It's because, quote unquote, it's considered to be the first time a wrestling company has been bought by a corporation. However, WWE has been almost more like a corporate entity for years.
Yeah, the corporation's been there for a long time. Since Vince.
I mean, like, I think when it became publicly traded was more.
Is that when The Rock became the people's champ?
Yeah, well, he was a corporate champ.
Oh, and then, the corporate champ.
Yeah, he was corporate champ, and then he became the people's champ again, thank God.
And we talked about him being on SmackDown last week, right?
Yeah, he was on SmackDown last week, probably to promote the merger. I know he was on College Game Day, I think, with Pat McAfee.
Great.
And Deion Sanders and all those fucking guys. one of those football shows last week. Good luck to Marshall University, by the way, taking on Virginia Tech this afternoon. Hopefully, by the time this airs, we will have won.
Hopefully, maybe.
So, go Herd. Anyway, Matt Riddle was the big name that was released by the WWE, and I can't say that I blame them because, you know, honestly, what are you going to do with this guy? I mean, after he comes back, even if he did come back healthy, there we go. You know, it's like, what is... I don't know. Again, it's like Matt Riddle...
RK Bro, no.
I mean, that's the only thing I think people are probably bummed about is the fact that, you know, they were really hoping that him and Randy would continue to...
I don't know. I feel like a lot of Orton fans were like, get away. We don't need you.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true, too. I didn't like him together.
We like the Viper by himself.
I didn't like him together.
Dude.
I'll tell you right now. I did not like them together at all.
You know, the only thing I thought of when I saw her this was like, oh no, his scooter. He's not going to be riding his scooter around anymore. Like, that was his only gimmick, was this being barefooting on a scooter.
This, of course, happened a few hours after other cuts were announced to the roster, including, and I cannot fucking believe, what a waste, Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah,
I mean, Dolph fucking Ziggler. And
cool
talk about support.
Yeah, it was cool seeing all the tributes.
Right? I mean, all the fucking stars came out for Dolph. They were like, you know, this guy is a fucking workhorse. I just don't... I mean, I guess, you know, I can always sit here from my fucking chair in the Zip Cave and think about what Dolph Ziggler was thinking. You know, all those years being a fucking job guy with the talent that he has, he could have been the next fucking Shawn Michaels. Should have been. Was close several times. Had a couple of pushes, and then they just kind of fucking left his dick swinging, you know?
It was sad, too, about the getting rid of Emma. Like, she had just
Emma gone, yeah.
She had just tweeted about the...
Whoops, never mind, I'm fine.
Yeah, about the Elimination Chamber in Australia.
Yeah.
That she was so excited about.
Because she's from Australia.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. And then it's like, oh, an hour later, nope, never mind. She got things she posted like, oh, this is a dream come true or something.
I mean, these things are never easy. Along with Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, Shelton Benjamin, as Christian mentioned, Emma, and Aaliyah were among the names that were released. There have been a few others, I believe.
Kurt Angle gave some shout-outs to Shelton.
Again, same thing with Shelton Benjamin. He's an amazing talent. You know, was a job guy, probably because I mean, I'm sure that
you need job guys.
You do need job guys. That's true. But still, even, you know, back in the day, it just seems like even job guys got to push every once in a while.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, he was a good utility player where they needed somebody to be. He could do it.
Well, we here at the podcast, and I think I speak for you, Christian, when I say we wish all these people the best.
Yeah, I liked Matt Cardona's tweet talking about, like, this could be the end of your career
or
the
tweet.
beginning.
Yes, Matt Cardona had a great tweet because he's been in this situation where he was let go of that company, underutilized talent. I mean, goddamn, he's fire on the mic. I don't know what the hell they were thinking in WWE not letting him do a run if he had a fucking promo like that, like he's doing over on fucking, what do you call it?
Well, I remember he got over from his own.
He got over, but I mean, it was more of a joke. It was a jokey kind of fucking gimmick.
I guess they still.
This one, it's like more
I
of
don't
a fucking
care if it's a joke or not.
Ric Flair heel kind of fucking persona, and I like it a lot better. But anyway, you know, Dolph in particular, goddamn, I hope he goes somewhere and they push him to the motherfucking moon.
Well, he might join his brother right at AEW.
I mean, I can't imagine him going anywhere else because, again, he's a big star. I mean, he's not like, he's a job guy, but people know who he is. He's been around long enough to kind of have that credit from, I mean, dude, when you have The Rock and Stone Cold and fucking, you know, John Cena and all these people fucking tweeting out support for a job guy, that's pretty much fucking names on your resume, pretty much. You know, so I'm happy for Dolph because now he gets his pick of wherever he wants to go, you know, depending on what his situation is with family, you know, whatever. And, you know, they're not going to fucking job him anymore.
Yeah.
And, you know, get tired of fucking seeing him job for years. And I, you know, every few months I'll ask myself, I'll be like, where the fuck is Dolph Ziggler? You know, and it's like he just hadn't had a match in fucking 2 months because they don't fucking use him. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look, I've been a part of layoffs. They're not fun on either side. Look, I'm not going to sit here and shit all over WWE. Right? This is something that is just part of life now. Is that when companies merge, they're going to cut costs. It's part of life. It's going to happen. And, you know, I would like to hope that WWE at least took some kind of measure to take care of these guys for at least a few months while they find what they're going to do next. But we don't know. I don't know. So, you know, but I want to say it's shitty on everybody's part. It's never fun. You know, it may be something that a company has to do, but it sucks. They don't like doing it. I mean, I'm gonna throw it because I mean you're destroying someone's life, and there really is no other way to look at it.
Well, as long as I get to get their money, I don't care.
That's why you're a prick. So, there's that. All right, we'll keep you updated on who goes where. Other news in the WWE world, they have a new deal with the USA Network. They're going back to USA, Christian.
Good, that's where they belong.
Signed a 5-year domestic rights deal starting in October 2024, which will see the show on Friday nights move from its current home on Fox over to the USA Network with its sister show Raw.
Some people say it gets less ratings on USA because it's on cable and not.
I think that's bullshit, especially nowadays. I mean, maybe 10, 15 years ago that might have been a fact, but yeah, like Christian said, they really belong on the same network because that way they can cross-promote each other.
No, I just meant they belong there because that's where I watched them grow up.
Well, yeah, that's where I watched them too, for sure. I wish wrestling was on TBS and TNT, but it's not. They got something called wrestling, but it's not.
It's very good wrestling.
It's really not. So anyway, Friday Night SmackDown. This time next year, we'll be gearing up to make the switch. I'm sure we'll see a lot of names pop out of the fucking woodwork to come and welcome the show on its new network, just as they did with Fox. So that's cool.
If they haven't fired them all.
Yeah, that's true. Eddie Kingston had a hell of a night back on AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. He ended up winning the Ring of Honor World title. Pretty cool.
You like Eddie?
I like Eddie.
He's very, very humble.
I mean, he's humble and he's got a good promo. He doesn't have the best body. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious to people, but I don't think that's what he's going for. I think he's going for a more fucking Nick Gage kind of fucking, anti-establishment, anti-image kind of, gimmick, which is fine.
One of our stories coming up, I think the Al Snow one mentioned about how, yesterday's wrestlers' training was more bodybuilding as opposed to like athletic training.
Yeah.
And so he's talking about how that was a mistake and it's better to be athletically trained and not so much focused on the show.
I did read that part and that's kind of where and what the fuck do I know versus Al Snow, but that's where philosophically I think I would differ with Al. Well, I think it's a combination of both.
I just meant as opposed to the bodies,
No, yes, absolutely. Just jacking up the body and not getting any kind of fucking mobility or anything, that's stupid. You're right about it. I totally agree with that. But, I think that there is a certain image of a wrestler. Now, you can warp that image with guys like Otis or fucking the Great Khali, but then they become like the freak shows of the freak show. But no, I like Eddie. I think Eddie does a good promo. I think he's a good worker. I think he.
But you like your man meat too, Vince. Vince over here.
No, I mean, like I said, they don't have to look like the fucking Ultimate Warrior. They don't have to look like
Luger,
fucking. They don't have to. No, that's what I'm saying. They don't have
to, out here handing out the steroids.
You're fucking exhausting.
Where's Cornette at? Let's get him in on the steroids.
I'm telling you, you're going to keep talking, and he's going to catch wind of it and come after you. So, and don't come crying to my fucking ass.
With his tennis racket, he's going to whip my ass with it. Turn it beet red.
Beat that fucker's ass.
Yeah, he beat Claudio, dude. And is this a feud over?
I didn't see the match. Was it a good match? I didn't see it. I didn't see it either. Yeah, I don't know.
I would like to see it
because isn't Kingston part of that Blackpool shit?
No, the other guy is. Claudio is.
Okay. So I mean, I don't know how that will factor in because Moxley lost the title too, right?
Yeah, he got injured. I think Adam Cole got injured too. Did you
see
that?
Moxley is lucky he can walk. That motherfucker pile drove his head at least 6 inches into that canvas. I mean, there was no fucking support on that move. I don't know who that fucking Ray Phoenix guy is. I don't know what the fuck happened there. I don't know if he didn't get in position or Moxley didn't come down right. He almost killed that motherfucker.
I don't know. I don't think the pile driver was the problem.
Well, that's. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's the clip I saw was the pile driver. I didn't see what you're talking about with the fucking. What are you talking about?
The Ray Phoenix flipped over a camera guy and landed on Jon Moxley, and you could see his head bounce off the floor. See, I mean, and that just goes to more to the fact that Moxley's out of his fucking mind. And they had to change the ending. I don't think there was supposed to be a title change with Moxley either.
No, yeah, because he was hurt. I know they were all standing outside of his trailer they were freaking out. You need to turn that mic toward your mouth more. Don't get mad at my action figures. So anyway, Eddie Kingston, and like you said, he's being very humble. I think that's part of his gimmick. So yeah, just good job to Eddie. And,
Adam Cole was limping after he jumped off the ramp.
So what happened to fucking Adam Cole? No, tell me what happened to fucking Adam Cole.
He jumped off the ramp to come yell at MJF, who was getting choked out, and he's yelling at his friend to hang in there. Fight him. But I guess I don't know if he rolled his ankle or what when he jumped off the ramp and because he started limping.
Adam Cole is like a magnet for fucking injury. It's so funny. It's like that's all. If he's not injured,
so's Pac.
Pac's injured now too.
Yeah.
Well, he's always fucking injured too.
Exactly.
So anyway. I cannot tell you how fucking happy I am with Al Snow and the Wrestlers docuseries on Netflix and its popularity. It is just getting all kinds of write-ups on all sorts of different platforms, sports platforms, entertainment platforms. Their shows are selling out. Their fucking pay-per-views are selling amazingly. I'm just so fucking happy for Al and all the people at OVW. I mean, it's just so fucking cool. It's organic fucking heat, which is rare, It's almost like Tiger King. You get that fucking organic heat even though you may not deserve it.
Call it the Netflix heat, dude.
Yeah, the Netflix heat. So anyway, it's an incredible look. For those that have not watched the show, it's an incredible look at independent pro wrestling and the inner workings of such and lives of stars in it. It's a amazing look at Al Snow and the management of a company and what goes into managing said wrestling company.
What's he talking about, the Mayweather-McGregor fight? Did they fight?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
They fought and
it was predetermined?
I think what he's saying, and again, I
didn't understand that part of the article.
Okay,
because I'm not familiar with the Mayweather.
I think what he's trying to say. So it was built and set up, and to my knowledge, has not been disputed that was a real fight. What he's saying is, even though it's a real fight, there were certain cues that probably took place within the match. Which essentially, see, the problem is that when people think of professional wrestling being the F word, right? They think of it as everything being fake. Like not just, the talking and the intentions and all that shit, but everything. Like the moves, the impacts, the fucking holds, all that shit. And it's just not true, right? I mean, that's why any wrestling fan will tell you that, it may be predetermined, but it's certainly not fake.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he's trying to say here, is that, while the McGregor-Mayweather fight was not predetermined, you probably couldn't say that there wasn't some kind of plan on both sides going in to make it a good show, because you obviously don't want Mayweather to come out and knock the fuck out of McGregor in the first round and vice versa, because then you piss everybody off, right? I don't know. You'd have to talk to Al about it. I don't know what his exact meaning of that was, but I think he's kind of trying to compare, all combat sports to wrestling, and that's hard to do because it is predetermined and they do go over it a lot, and it is storyboarded and scripted, so it's a hard sell, But anyway, you can check out this article that Al did with Men's Health. As I said, he's doing articles and interviews all over the fucking place. We're sharing it to our Facebook as much as we can. Wrestlers is now showing on Netflix. It's about 8 episodes. Right? Six
maybe.
episodes. And it is just an incredible look at indie pro wrestling. Strongly recommend you check it out.
I did see the guy have a seizure, though.
Poor taste. All right, let's get over to our superheroes and our comic books and our fucking garbage that's called the DC Universe, Cinematic Universe. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is getting ready to hit theaters next month. This is the first DC film since The Flash.
Blue Beetle?
Oh, sorry, Blue Beetle. Sorry.
Jeez.
Shows you how much that was.
Burying the DC over here.
I'm just over it. I'm so fucking over it. You know, I'm over.
Done. And now,
if they're not going to get it now, they're not going to get it.
And now Aquaman 2 is boring as hell.
That's what, according to this article that we got from smallscreen.co.uk, test screenings for Aquaman 2 took place, and they did not go well.
It's funny it says people walked out. Imagine, they probably had
okay, look. I know of a major plot point in this movie,
and that makes people walk off. Oh my God.
And you know it too because I can tell by your face.
I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
You really don't know?
I haven't read anything about it.
I've read the story, so I know what happens, and I know what everybody's pissed off about. But I don't want to reveal it on here because that would ruin the major plot point of the entire fucking movie. But I understand. That aside, you know, so you got two. There's two stories, right? There's people walking out because of that, and there's people walking out because it's just a shitty movie and boring as hell. We're talking about the boring as hell story, about people walking out of test screenings saying it was boring as hell. What Christian is referring to and what I'm referring to is there is a scene in Aquaman 2 that is apparently so fucking, I mean, let's not forget this.
Is it just dumb, or is it just why does it make people mad?
I'll tell you off podcast. I mean, I don't want to say it on the mic because it'll give everything away.
Okay.
But you know, it's something that's very taboo in movies. That's not done. That's, you know, considered poor taste.
Treating the audience like a joke.
We'll talk after the podcast. I'm not going to do it. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Jason Momoa stars along with Patrick. Help me.
Wilson.
They are looking really cool in the film. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you still looking forward to it after you know this scene that's bad?
Because it's not a big deal.
Okay.
You know, in the grand scheme of things. It is going to hit theaters on December 20th of this year, and we will have to wait and see how it does with real audiences. Test audiences, not so good.
It's because they killed off Defoe's character, right?
I don't think they killed him off.
I know. I'm just saying. Since he's not, I thought maybe that would be the scene that made everybody mad.
No,
they had Willem
way
Dafoe.
Worse than that.
Willem Dafoe came out and got killed by Amber Heard, and everybody was mad.
And then she shit in his bed.
Yeah.
So David Finch. No, okay, sorry. David Goyer. I was reading the headline on the screen. Yeah. It's my fault. I'm sorry.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, you were.
Anyway. I don't even know who Goyer is. He's an artist.
David S. Goyer's the guy who wrote Blade, who wrote fucking Man
he directed
of Steel,
Blade 3, too.
Directed Blade 3 and all this shit.
He doesn't sound like a very cool person.
I disagree.
Okay.
I mean, this is the guy that wrote Man of Steel and wrote Blade and wrote a lot of the other fucking comic book films that came out in the past.
Yeah, and they weren't written
years.
that good.
Whatever. Anyway, David Goyer did a.
I don't think he has any right to be doing his job.
He did a podcast with Happy, Sad, Confused podcast with Joshua Horowitz. Whatever. And there was a lot of things that were discussed. And one of those things that I found interesting was they discussed plans and events that took place after the release of Man of Steel. So,
and why they should have done a sequel to that instead of
as Goyer
chasing
mentions,
the MCU.
Goyer mentions that Warner Brothers, and I've said this since fucking day one, that they were in there fucking with him, trying to get a universe established like Marvel, when they hadn't done any kind of build-up. They hadn't done any kind of fucking... And that's what Goyer was trying to do with Snyder, right? create a universe because that's what they wanted. But you can't just create a universe and go, poof, here it is. Here's your universe. You can't do that. You got to build it up.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Goyer goes on to say that he absolutely believes that there should have been a Superman Man of Steel sequel film before Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice. I completely fucking agree. There should have been a sequel to Man of Steel, and there should have been a Batman film with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
So anyway, but the interview is very, very intriguing because he goes on to discuss his time with the Blade franchise and all the problems.
Did you listen to it all?
On Blade Trinity. I mean, I read I read some of the quotes.
The Blade trilogy movie, when Wesley Snipes wouldn't open his eyes.
Man. Yeah, he could just, Goyer said that he was like, that was around the time that all the tax shit was happening with Wesley Snipes, where he didn't pay his taxes. You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So,
I think Goyer's just trying to pass the blame.
Trying to what?
Pass the blame.
That's not what you said.
I said blast the pain.
Blast the pain.
Blast the pain.
Sounds like a rap song, dude.
Marzipan. Remember Aaron had a cat named Xantippe? What a weird name for an animal.
I don't remember a cat named Xantippe. I remember Chloe.
He had that big cat named Xantippe.
Blair? Was that the name of the fucking other dog?
I don't remember.
They had weird-looking dogs, too.
They were like Austrian sheepdogs.
Ship dogs?
Shit dogs.
Were they on the ships with the sailors?
Sailor ship dogs. Pirate dogs.
Anyway, you can listen to the podcast Happy, Sad, Confused. You can also
what was he talking
check
about?
out
David
some of the
Fincher.
quotes.
Oh, David Fincher's idea.
David
for
Fincher's,
Blade.
yeah,
Had it all laid
came
out
in and
picture books or something.
Yeah, had everything laid out in Blade to be the director, but it ended up going to Stephen Norrington when Fincher went on to direct Seven, which of course made him a fucking legend. So you can read the interview we have with Variety. Not the interview, the excerpt from the interview from the podcast in Variety. We have that available on our Facebook page. In the comics world, Kingdom Come is returning. And what that means is the artwork and the character design of Kingdom Come is coming back to comic books in the form of Batman Superman World's Finest number 20.
Is it called Kingdom Come Back?
Should be.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good.
It's called Heir to the Kingdom, I believe.
Heir to the Kingdom. It's Return to Kingdom Come is the name of it.
It sounds cool. I'm not familiar with Kingdom Come.
So Kingdom Come is an alternate universe.
Yeah.
And is something that Alex Ross did the artwork for. I love Kingdom Come. I think I have it over there.
Isn't it what the gun's going to make the DC? Or is that not what he's doing? Oh, okay.
No.
Gotcha.
You can't make Kingdom Come until you establish the Justice League. Because that's a big part of it. But the cover we're looking at here is by Dan Mora. He is the artist on the book, and it just looks incredible. The Kingdom Come are a series of characters, and again, just Google Kingdom Come Alex Ross, and it'll show you all the different incarnations of the heroes in this alternate universe, which is actually, I believe, in the future. Okay, so Kingdom Come, they did do a little bit of it with the CW shows with Brandon Routh, remember? It's like an alternate universe where other events happened that caused Superman to be a different way just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And all the characters are like that. It's like Flashpoint, but not as extreme. So we look forward to that coming out. I think it said next year is when we're looking. Oh, God, look at how gorgeous that is. God. These are all the variant covers we're looking at for this series. Did Alex do anything? I guess not.
I'll watch on YouTube and see what's up with the Kingdom Come.
Yeah, check it out. I don't have a fucking date on here for when it's going to drop, but there's some artwork and some of the variant covers that they have here on this article. You can follow that on our Facebook page. Holy shit. Oh, okay. No, I'm sorry.
What?
It comes out October 17th.
Sooner than you thought, huh?
Mm-hmm. I thought it was January. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking of. Back over to Variety. DC Studios made headlines this week when they made the permanent home for their films
of the Warner Brothers studio.
in Leavesden in the UK is now the home of DC Studios.
Yeah, and apparently they're revamping it too, making it huge and bigger.
It's supposed to be massive. I've heard the size of a fucking airfield.
Yeah, bringing all those jobs to the UK.
Good for them.
Strike.
Luckily, we're already there.
Okay.
Speaking of which, let's get over to it. We have new fucking lawsuits here in the fight against AI as John Grisham, George R.R. Martin, and other famous writers join the Authors Guild in a class action lawsuit against OpenAI for allegedly stealing their fucking...
Well, they just feed their stuff into the data.
Right.
And then apparently the OpenAI can come up with synopsises of their works.
How do you feel about that?
And it's like, it's like, I don't know. I mean, when I buy a book, shouldn't I be allowed to do whatever I want with it?
Good point. So, like, would you say that you would be on the side of the authors on this thing, or would you say they're just being petty?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, how do we figure what are they owed from this? You know,
right? You know, it's just it's such an interesting time to be alive with this AI shit going on, and the implications of it. I told you a few shows ago, I've used the AI to write up scripts for Geeking Out, and it's incredible. It's scary.
Well, apparently, like it can just come up with a synopsis of these John Grisham novels. It sounds like it could even write its own Grisham-esque novel.
Probably could. And now we're hearing of movies and films based totally off AI technology and the writing anyway.
Skynet. Skynet went live.
I love those memes when it shows Sarah Connor looking at you, enter the shit into Chat GPI, and it's her from fucking T2. Anyway, in the complaint, the authors claim that OpenAI copied their works wholesale without permission or consideration. Plaintiffs contend that the company fed their works into large language models, algorithms designed to output human-seeming text responses to users' prompts and queries. Generative AI is a vast new field for Silicon Valley's long-standing exploitation of content providers.
Mm-hmm.
Authors should have the right to decide when their works are used to train AI. If they choose to opt in, they should be appropriately compensated, said author Jonathan Franzen in a statement. So there you go. Don't know what's going to happen, but now the writers want their fucking money too because AI is now fucking that up too. Christian, you posted this story, and it was a great one. Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy and the star of The Orville Show, has donated $5 million to the Entertainment Community Fund to kickstart a new $10 million initiative to help these folks that are out of money.
Yeah, I thought it was good news.
Good news is always good news, buddy. Good call. He's already donated $1 million, right, back in, July, to try to get this going. And now another $5 million. And that's how you know who fucking supports who, right? The money, right? So all our best to Seth. Tip of our hats. I mean, what a great thing to do for these families that are hurting right now.
It talks about how much they have to spend, like, because with the strike going on, it's, costing a lot of money for these workers. The workers need a lot of help out of work.
So over the past week, we do know that the Hollywood studios and the writers did meet a couple of times.
They're still talking. Supposed to continue Saturday.
Supposed to go on today, which would be now last weekend. So hopefully, maybe Monday they'll
wouldn't that be
have
nice?
It resolved. And we'll make sure we update you as soon as that happens. But at least we understand they're getting closer.
Yeah, making some progress. I guess.
There's some progress made, whatever the fuck that means, right? But it's definitely something that may turn this thing around and fucking put it to bed finally, because it's goddamn ridiculous. Everybody knows it. The actors know it. The fucking studios know it. We know it. You know, it's stupid. It's a pissing match at this point.
It is what it is.
That's true. That's why I got you on the show, man. Because you say shit like that.
Oh, but it is.
So anyway, not only
the Spider-Men are on strike.
Our movies and television now under
Wouldn't
strike.
that suck if your friendly local neighborhood Spider-Man went on strike, dude?
I mean, it's just like RoboCop when the cops go on strike, man. Remember?
What happens?
Oh, the city tears itself apart.
RoboCop stops fighting crime?
No, RoboCop can't strike.
He's on the picket
he's a
line?
cyborg. He's not a picketer.
I thought he was on strike. I was worried.
He's still with the Force. You know, he's still trying to stop Nuke and all that shit.
Is this number 3?
That's number 2.
Oh, number 2.
They're on strike. I think number 3, they were not on strike, but
out of jobs.
Yeah, just fucking unemployed. SAG-AFTRA have now voted unanimously for strike authorization for the video game industry.
Yeah.
To come to the aid of video game voice actors and motion capture artists.
Yeah, so now we don't get movies or games.
Yeah, they're just going to fuck everything. Next thing, it'll be toys and fucking card games.
No.
Yeah, it'll be like, we're not printing what's the name of the
Lorcana.
We're not printing any more Lorcana cards because we're on strike.
There they are reprinting it. They're reprinting the first set, dude, because they need to. But I don't think it'll be out till next year.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, like I said, I got my set, so I'm good.
You're good to go?
Yeah.
So there's nothing out there you don't have?
No, there's like 2 cards I don't have.
Are you on the lookout for them?
I might buy them individually. I don't know. You need 4 of each card in your deck if you're going to play. But if you just want to collect them, you can have, 1 of each. But
Stephen DeKnight, who, if you don't know who that is, he was the showrunner on the first season of Netflix's Daredevil. He has just fucking lit Disney on fire.
And he wants more money.
Well, I kind of understand his point.
Well, why does the showrunner still get paid on
because they're
seasons?
Still basing it off of his original concept. They just changed the name.
I know, but it's a new season.
So let me give the context, because we do have a podcast and not everybody is knowing what we're talking about.
We're talking about Daredevil's new season. I'm just talking about the concept in general of how
the
original showrunner
We're going to get to that. Hang
demands to be paid for a show that he has nothing to do with anymore.
All right, hang on. So his beef, the first showrunner, his beef is that Disney has called this show Daredevil Born Again, which essentially moves all contract obligations back to square one. For writing, for everything else.
Yeah.
And his problem is that it's still Charlie Cox, it's still Vincent D'Onofrio, it still looks the same. So he's calling bullshit on Disney. Now, the claim is, fuck you, your show went under and it got canceled and we bought the rights and we're making this new show and we hired these actors. They weren't like on a fucking no show clause or anything like that.
Well, what does a showrunner do? Do they write the show? I thought they just kind of directed it.
I mean, no, a showrunner is the writer of the initial episodes of the show, like sets up the show. That's what a showrunner. It runs the show, right?
I guess. I don't know.
So yeah, they do a little bit of everything. They do a little bit of writing. They're on the set. They're directing. They're consulting. I'm trying to think of a showrunner that you would know. Fuck, I don't know. I don't watch TV. That's the problem. I don't know. I mean, I kind of see both sides of the argument.
I could see it for the people that own the copyright of the characters that were created, but I don't see the people that made the show have anything to do with the next season.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't write. I think what he was doing, and the story goes on to say that he doesn't really. He's not really complaining on behalf of himself. He's complaining more about the practice. Apparently, this is something that major companies do, and it could affect people in a much more major way.
Scuzzy.
Yeah, That's all. I'm just running
He's
down the
right
story.
about that. I'm just trying to figure out why a showrunner should still get more money from.
I don't think he's
later
asking.
seasons.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's asking for more.
Yeah,
money.
he is.
He might just be asking for like
Everybody's
fucking
got their
credit.
hands out, dude.
I mean, everybody might want some credit. They're going to need it.
That's why they're on strike, dude. They want credit.
Not that kind of credit.
They want what are the galactic credits? There we go. Isn't that what they're called? Galactic
Republic credits.
Republic credits.
Yeah, they'll take Republic credits.
Republic dictaries.
No good here. Loki season 2 is getting ready to come out here in like fucking a week, I think, and Henry Cavill has been cast for an undisclosed role in season 2.
You never even watched the first season.
I didn't.
You're not going to watch this season.
Probably not. No, I really do want to watch the first season of Loki. He's right, I haven't. I didn't. I never watched the first season. I wanted to. It was one of those things
you
where
watched Moon Knight and you watched Captain
I watched
Falcon.
all the rest, yeah. I mean, I did not
Winter
watch
Soldier.
fucking Loki. And that might have just been burnout or something. I don't know, but... Plus,
Did you watch WandaVision?
Goddamn Loki. God damn. I love Tom Hiddleston and I love Thor. And I love him but God... I mean,
and it's all time stuff too. So
that too. So that means I can't like have it on and be doing anything else.
Yeah.
I have to be paying attention.
Yeah.
But Loki season 2 is set to drop on October 5th. It will premiere just as Ahsoka does on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
And it's got Short Round in it.
Yep.
This season.
Ke Huy Quan is in season 2. Along with, obviously, Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson and whoever that is back there.
This person standing in the
random person in the shot. So, yeah, they got that coming.
Moon Knight
is getting a new comic series, and he's got a new costume, Christian. What do you think of the new costume?
At first I thought his weapons were pretty cool, but then I was like, I don't know, they kind of look dumb in that other picture.
You talk about the Moon Knight axes that he's got with chains attached to them?
They're supposed to look
he looks like Spawn.
They're supposed to look right there. They look a little dinky.
Yeah, they're way smaller than in that first picture. That first picture, they look... Yeah, they're way smaller. What the hell? Anyway, that's why you need to follow our video feed, right? So you know what the hell we're talking about. I know that Moon Knight is a different person now. It's no longer Mark...
It says that guy dies.
Yeah. The new Moon Knight cycle
in phase,
has a new
cycle.
Moon Knight. I'm trying to see his fucking name of the new Moon Knight.
I don't think they have his name in the article.
Mark Spector. That was the old Moon Knight.
Yeah.
So we know that's coming up in October's Moon Knight number 28, first of a 3-part storyline, which will see Spector go against Black Spector before the night falls in December. So that's what it is. This new Moon Knight comes out in January. That's what I was thinking. I knew something fucking came out in January.
I've been doing bad keeping my microphone steady this episode.
That's all right. I don't have my headphones on, so
I apologize.
I'm excited to see all the surprises for the audio on this episode.
hopefully have audio.
So when I posted this, Christian, I posted the emojis with the head down and the fucking face palm because this is so fucking stupid. It is rumored that Doctor Doom is not the main villain of the upcoming Fantastic Four film that Marvel Studios is making, but that he will rather appear in a post-credit scene.
I thought you thought that was a good thing.
No, it's not.
I thought you didn't want Doom to be the villain at first.
Nope. Never said. I didn't want Galactus to be the villain at first. Because that's like bringing in Thanos for Iron Man #1.
Yeah.
Right? No. Doctor Doom should be the first fucking... He should actually be the first villain in a trilogy of films. And we should see no other villain. Because Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom are just as connected as Batman and Joker.
He should be the big bad of a phase or something
I mean, yeah, but you could still have him in a full fucking movie, several movies before you built up to that. Because of his character and his story arc.
I know, but that's what they could be doing.
But again, if they're just going to do it,
bit by bit.
No, if they're just going to do it at the end. He's just going to appear at the end.
Yeah.
No mention of him until that point.
And then we'll see
which
him in the
makes no
next
sense.
movie.
No,
That's how they usually introduce characters.
Nope, I don't like it.
That's how they introduce Thanos.
I don't like it. I don't think it'll work. Speaking of Fantastic Four, director Matt Shankman, who directed the series WandaVision, has withdrawn from directing duties. What's his name?
Shankman.
Marvel Studios is currently looking for a new director for the Fantastic Four project. I'm telling you, I know why. It's because it's a fucking mess.
Because Doctor Doom is going to apparently appear at the end.
Nobody wants to fucking touch it. You're probably right.
That
might be why he walked.
How can they say that?
That might be why he walked, because he was like, no, you're not having Doctor Doom. Fuck you. I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, we know what we want before we even let the director decide. We're going to have Doctor Doom in
that's right.
Scene.
You've got a great point. That's the problem with DC, is that they come in and they say, we want to see this, this, and this before the director even gets his goddamn hands on the fucking script.
Yeah. We know what we want. And we're looking for a new director that will do what we want.
Fucking bastards. Did you watch Ahsoka, Christian?
I've thought about it. I still need to... I still haven't watched since the first 2
Well,
episodes.
guess what? In episode 6...
He came back. Ezra came back.
Grand Admiral Thrawn and Ezra came back.
And they found him, I guess? Or
they found him, yes. They went to the galaxy where Thrawn was located. He has a fucking Star Destroyer. Apparently, he just kept it. And he has an entire...
That video you posted of George Lucas talking about the Star Wars was
pretty funny. My God. I bet that's how he really fucking talks when he's watching those things. And I thought of you.
Oh, you want to see a Star Destroyer coming out of the water here? That's perfect. That's right. Oh, she dropped something. She
about
dropped the
Jar Jar
plot.
Binks. Look at the shit you got now.
And you don't have me to beat up over it.
Blow dry robot and soccer ball robot. Dude, I lost my shit. Watch that fucking video on our Facebook, guys. It's really funny.
It's cool that in the Ahsoka they got the Thrawn guy from Rebels though to play him.
Did you know that's Matt Mikkelsen's brother?
I did once I saw his name.
I didn't. I had to actually double check. I was like, I don't know, maybe names are, or maybe there's a lot of Mikkelsens.
There probably is in Norway, but or wherever they're from.
If they're from Norway or not, but whatever. It was a great episode. He did a great job.
He looks like Elon Musk, though.
I've seen so many memes of Elon Musk as Thrawn. They make him blue and make his fucking eyes red.
I gotta look him up.
It's fucking hilarious. There's tons of them. Trust me.
I bet I can see it.
So aside from the appearance of Thrawn and Ezra, the big thing that I took away from episode 6 is they're really building up the Night Sisters. Mm-hmm. That's becoming a major part of Star Wars, and they're really truly they're rewriting the lore of Star Wars with this show.
And this is all gonna, like, the Mandalorian is gonna have to do with this stuff too, I think.
Yeah. Thrawn will carry over into the Mandalorian film they're supposed to make.
Yeah.
And, he will be like the big bad. I mean, they're essentially trying to create a Marvel universe out of Star Wars, essentially. Like, with different fucking timelines and shit.
Like how it was supposed to be?
Well,
like how it used to be?
I mean, I figured you'd be happy that it's kind of going a different direction from where we left it with the films.
I just wish it didn't have magical whales in it.
Yeah, that's still, it's still fucking... They find the graveyard, though, the whale graveyard.
Oh, no.
It's on the orbit of the planet. It's just a bunch of bones.
I bet the whales are made out of midichlorians, too, dude. It's just stupid.
And they scatter.
That's how you get your force from the dead whale bones of midichlorians.
From the whale bones.
Whale bones.
VHS 85 trailer has been dropped. It's coming to Shudder
I watched the trailer.
Did you watch? I did not, actually.
It's okay. It didn't give me... I was worried it might give stuff away. It doesn't give anything
Well, good.
away.
Yeah, that was the problem with the fucking last one, is it gave the whole goddamn movie away. It will be premiering on Shudder on October 6th, and it is part of the anthology series. Of course, VHS. I'm a big fan of VHS.
Yeah.
The directors...
footage. I love my found footage.
I love that shit.
Except I wish some of the quality was a little better in the VHSs, but I know that's the...
Well, I think that's the... that's the point.
I know.
All right. I'm just saying, don't fucking be crazy.
I'm going to complain like Morrison about Netflix not having anything scary on.
He called me again this week and really wants to do the show on like weeknights at 10 p.m. I was like, dude, that's just not going to happen. Directors on VHS 85 are David Bruckner, who did Hellraiser, the new one.
I'll come over at 10 o'clock and stay the night if we do the shows.
I told Aaron, I said, Christian won't give a shit. He ain't working. So he'll record it anytime I want him to. David Bruckner, who did Hellraiser in the Night House. Scott Derrickson, who did The Black Phone and Sinister. I really want to see that one. Gigi Salguero, who did Bingo Hell and Culture Shock. Natasha Kermani, who did Lucky. What the fuck is Lucky?
I don't know. I've seen that Bingo Hell.
And Mike Nelson, who did Wrong Turn, and I assume this is the Wrong Turn that's not related to
no, it
our
is.
Wrong Turn.
It is, but I mean, it's still.
Is it still in West Virginia?
I think it's in Virginia.
See, that's what I mean.
Okay.
It's not our Wrong Turn.
Okay.
It's their Wrong Turn.
Yeah, it doesn't have.
Fuck you.
It doesn't have 3 finger in it.
Fuck you, Wrong Turn. We had the Mutant Hillbillies first. Some bullshit.
I don't know. I don't think they had mutant hillbillies though in this one. They just had,
Really?
They just had crazy people.
See, that's no good.
They lived. They had a settlement. Of crazy
That's no
people.
good. I'm a big fan of VHS. I'm looking forward to this. October 6th, it'll hit Shudder. You can check it out. God damn! Just when you thought it might be the end,
For the Saw. I keep saying so, but
it's
Sow.
not so.
It's Sow, like cow.
It's Saw.
SAW.
Yes.
Not SOW.
This is like pen and pen.
Pen or pen?
You got it now.
Pen,
Grew
yeah.
out of it. Christian used to not be able to say the difference.
I had to work on it, dude.
You did.
You get stuck with a pen.
And you did work on it.
You get stuck with a pen and you write with a pen.
I'm so impressed because
Pen.
I gave him so much shit for that. The Saw franchise producers confirmed that there are plans for films after Saw X. God damn.
Well, seems pretty obvious. Why would they stop?
Why stop now? Yeah, you've already... I mean, how the fuck is this going to work? Did we ever figure that out?
Just to keep sliding things into the timeline wherever you want them, dude.
I guess. Saw X is in theaters now. You can check it out. Tobin Bell returns to the films. Again, I don't know how, since he's had his fucking head cut off, his brain
told
removed.
you they slid it into the timeline right after 2.
I was making a joke. Fuck you. Sorry. All right? Fuck you.
Slide it in. Just slide it into the timeline.
Just tap it in.
Are you too good for your home?
Too good for your hole?
Home or hole? I thought it was home, dude.
Oh, home. It is home. Not too good for your hole.
That's
too good
what
for
I
your home.
said. I said the exact same thing, and the twins corrected me. Jesse told me, he's like, it's home, not hole. Too good for your hole.
I mean, I got nothing on this. I got nothing. We fucked up.
It makes me think of Nia Jax going, my hole.
That's exactly what I think of too. It went through my hole. Smile 2.
You know, they need to make that her gimmick, dude. The hole.
The hole?
Go on the whole gimmick.
Here's the hole. Oh my God. She's pulling the hole on her.
She's attacking the hole. She's got her eyes set on that hole.
Attacking the hole. Oh shit. Oh.
That's her with her weak spot. She damaged her hole in that match. Now people know where to.
Oh.
She needed to have it taped up or something, dude. Like Diamond Dallas Page and his ribs, taping up her hole. She's got her hole taped up tight tonight.
Oh God. That's ridiculous.
Ask Al Snow about the hole gimmick.
I'll have to. Smile was a huge fucking success for Paramount. They had its premiere on opening night at Fantastic Fest in 2023, and it went on to become this huge viral success.
It was good too. It deserved that.
Wonderful. Yes, I agree. I love Smile.
This says it ended on a cliffhanger though, and I was like, I don't remember it ending on a cliffhanger per se.
Because the guy got the curse.
I guess.
That's the only cliffhanger I could think of.
Yeah, sure.
So
if that's a cliffhanger.
The sequel has been greenlit and is now scheduled for release around Halloween of next year, looking at October 18th. So you can have that to look forward to for Smile fans.
Turtles is on Paramount Plus.
Yes, it is. I saw that.
Have you watched it yet? Do you have Paramount
No,
Plus? I
do.
have it.
I have not watched it yet. I did not know this, but apparently there was a novelization that was written for John Carpenter's Halloween.
That's cool.
Yeah. And now it's for the first time in over 40 years, it's actually going to be reprinted. It's interesting because this actually shows a...
and it's going to be like illustrated.
Yeah. Yeah. It will take some influence from other films in regards to... How do I say this?
Well, I think the book started with the Celtic stuff that the films later used.
Right. Right. So that will be included, and again, you can find out where you can grab it. The novelization written by Curtis Richards, which I think is a pseudonym for Richard Curtis. So that'll be cool to check out, and like Christian said, it will be illustrated.
Looks like you should pre-order it if you want to get your hands on it.
I would say so, yes. If you want to get your hand on this thing, then you definitely want to grab it. Looks pretty cool. I would like to look at it. I'm sure Jim will buy it, so I'll be able to read his. So that'll be great.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
Thank you, Jim. Evil Dead the game has just quit. We had an announcement from the game designers Saber that I'll just read it. To the Evil Dead the game community, today we have made the decision not to pursue the development of new content for Evil Dead the game. We also confirm that we will not be releasing a Nintendo Switch version of the game. Keep our servers up for the foreseeable future and address any major issues that arise. On behalf of the team of Saber, thank you, and blah, blah, blah.
How long does the foreseeable future mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. And also a question is,
what
is this game? Is this a new game?
I don't know. I guess it came out it looked like it came out on Steam.
Was there any fucking marketing for it?
I think I remember us talking about a preview of it once, but that was it. But yeah, I don't remember hearing much about it. I think it came out on Epic Games. It was an Epic Games exclusive, so it wasn't on Steam for a while.
Gotcha.
And now it just came out on Steam, but it seems like the community's already dead, so...
Yeah.
It's kind of a problem with the Epic exclusives.
I was going to say, this seems to be problematic for a lot of games lately, that they're just having to kind of shut their fucking shit off and turn the lights out and leave.
Yeah.
So, anyway, if you're an Evil Dead game player, you should probably check out some of this information on these stories.
Which is why maybe they should make games that don't need servers.
That is how it used to be.
Offline only.
Yeah. The UK finally approved Microsoft's $69 billion buyout of Activision Blizzard.
How much?
$69 billion.
69 dudes.
Again, this is something that has been going on for years.
You know who Microsoft wants to buy next?
Who?
Nintendo.
I did see that, actually. That's crazy. Can you imagine? I mean,
I don't think Nintendo would ever do it, but yeah.
I don't think they would either. Yeah, and if they did, it would crash that company faster than a goddamn car wreck. So,
to steal Japan's economy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what would happen. You're absolutely right. At the end of October, it will be approved, and they'll get the deal. $69 billion that buys Activision and Blizzard, the maker of the World of Warcraft games and
Call of
Duty games and all that shit.
Call of Duty.
Xbox is going to be a big-time player over Sony now. My God, Christian, Mortal Kombat 1 apparently has a lot of problems on the Switch. Did your brothers get the game for the Switch?
Not on the Switch, no. The Switch can only do so much, dude. It's kind of a weak machine. Have you seen any of the images from this?
Not. I was going to I figured you probably had.
The graphics are pretty funny.
I was going to let you kind of talk about what you've seen.
The eyes are like dead and hollow looking, dude. It's like in the PlayStation version, there's actually facial expressions where they're like smiling or grinning, and And in the Switch version, there's no facial expressions, just the, just the blank face.
Wow.
Can't even make it smile or anything.
Mortal Kombat boss Ed Boon has promised to fix the Switch version of the game.
And apparently it's missing content.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't know that.
Like I guess,
I thought it was just fucked up graphics. I didn't know it was missing shit.
Some something called multi-grounds or something.
Oh.
Battlegrounds, maybe.
Battleground, something.
But it's only got like the intro part. It doesn't even have the whole rest of it that the other systems have. So that's crazy. Yeah, you gotta.
Well,
especially if you're charging the same price.
Yeah. No shit. That's a big part of it for sure. So yeah, if you're looking to get the new Mortal Kombat game, maybe not get it on the Switch. Maybe get it on one of the other next gen consoles. All right.
Event time.
That's the news. Let's get over to the events. We are running a little over. The Ghost Hunt at the Paramount Art Center. I am actually going to try to go to this with Morrison.
Spooky.
It's coming up Saturday, October 14th from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. You'll be locked inside the Paramount Art Center, which is considered haunted anyway.
Not as said Paramount Joe, dude. Paramount Joe lives there.
Paramount Joe is apparently the ghost that you're on the lookout for.
Yeah. He kills you.
Little pricey, $30 a ticket.
I wish it went all night instead of just 2 a.m.
18 years and older. That's one thing you need to know.
What if the ghosts come out at 3 and we have to leave at 2? That's just stupid. We should be
I guess
there
we
all
get
night.
screwed out of it. Yeah. We're just screwed.
It's messed up. 3 a.m. is when the ghosts come out, by the way, folks, if you don't know that.
Information at our Facebook page if you're interested in participating in the ghost hunt. As I said, I think me and Kush are going to try to go to this.
There's a goat hunt? You say you, Kush, and Morrison are going to go hunt goats? At the Paramount? They let goats in there?
They're going to be on stage. We just got to take them out.
You just fucking
from the
blast
balcony.
them away, dude.
Blast them? I don't know if we blast them. We got lasers.
It's a hunt, dude. You got, just start blasting. They just keep walking across. It's like one of those duck shooting galleries, dude, but with goats.
Stupid goats.
It's terrible. This episode is not safe for goats.
Oh, I'm going to have to put a disclaimer in there now about, we do not fucking condone any goat
we don't
killing.
Fuck with goats, dude.
We don't fuck with goats. We don't stare at them. We don't hunt them. We don't do anything. The Harlem Globetrotters are coming back to town as they do every year. This year, it's going to be next year, rather. It's going to be March 27th.
I'm glad some things still happen like that.
Yeah, there are some traditions that continue here in Huntington. Harlem Globetrotters 2024 World Tour. Tickets are available now at all Ticketmaster locations and the Mountain Health Arena box office. Get more information when you log on to their website at mountainhealtharena.com.
Wouldn't it be funny if something happened that, like, the Globetrotters got canceled? Like the whole team did something horrible.
Oh, you mean like culturally canceled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that would be hard.
That'd be terrible.
Like, what would they do? What would they have
dude.
to do to be canceled? I don't know what they'd have to do.
Take that much.
Let's not get into that discussion because that could be dangerous. This is fucking cool, Christian. Jurassic World, the live tour.
Dinosaurs are
those
coming
scary
to Charleston.
fucking dinosaurs that you're scared of are going to be in the Coliseum. You want to go in there with them?
Ugh.
October 13th through the 15th at the Charleston Coliseum. Tickets are available now at all Ticketmaster locations and chaswvccc.com.
Now, you see, if they combine that with the ghost hunt, that would be pretty sweet.
Dinosaurs and ghost hunting?
Yeah, it all
Shit.
locked in there with dinosaurs all night, dude.
Fuck me. I would be bad. Looks like we got 3 shows on Saturday, October 14th, 2 shows on Sunday, October 15th, and 1 show in the evening on Friday, the Friday before, on October 13th. Friday the 13th.
Oh.
That'll do it, buddy.
Spooky Friday
Spooky
the 13th.
stuff. Don't forget, check us out at our website, podomatic.com, podomatic.com/GeekZip podcast. There you'll find links to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, our YouTube channel, our Patreon links, and so much more. We invite you to follow us on Facebook for all the news that you've seen here. And that's all I got.
Join us on Tuesdays at 11 for our premiere YouTube, and you can chat with us in the chat box.
We've worked out the bugs. So
We'll be there. I'll be there.
We'll both be there. So come join us for that. Again, we put the link on our Facebook page every Tuesday morning, so you can join us for that live premiere on YouTube.
And if you like what you're listening to, support us and share us and subscribe to us and tell your friends and pray to the Lord that we keep going for you, because we will never stop stopping. And I can't keep coming up with things to say, but I'm going to keep trying anyway, because Zip was fist pumping me and encouraging me. But I think I'm done now.
All right, that's good. I appreciate it. For Allie Z, for Christian, this is Ryan Zip. Have a great week.
We're out.